Hello SLAPAFISH community, if I come back another World Tanks Constant. So in this video I'm going to be driving the T32-A Proto, which is a tier 8 American heavy tank, which also is an auto-loader, 3-shot auto-loader. So this tank just got a turret armor buff, so that's kind of cool. Basically the turret armor went from like, okay, you can ricochet some shots, to like, good luck pinning my turret. So pretty much the stats of the turret buffs was frontal armor went from 114 to 203. Frontal roof armor went from 101.6 to 127. And increased commander attached armor from 101 to 127. Gun mantlet, which is the biggest upgrade, gun mantlet armor went from 114 to 254 millimeters. So basically, huge armor buffs to the turret. Yeah, like I said, went from like, okay, you can ricochet shots sometimes, to like, oh, good luck pinning me when I'm hold down. So basically, let's talk about the equipment and crew stats I have for this tank. So my equipment is the gun stabilizer, powertrain, and the advanced code optics, and also the enhanced target info. My commander skills is Born Leader, Rapid Loading, Steady Aim, Deadeye, Armor Angling, Sixth Sense, Off-Road Driving, Last Stand, and Situational Awareness. So yeah, like I said, this is like a 3-round autoloader that does 320 damage per shot. It also has a inner clip reload of a pretty good of 2.5 seconds. So that means you could do 960 damage every 5 seconds. In 5 seconds. Burst damage is 960 damage in 5 seconds. That's pretty good. So let's talk about, you have 10 degrees of gun diversion with the amazing turret armor buff that this tank got. Now you can go hold down and not really worry about any tank penetrating you, especially when you use your 10 degrees of gun diversion, and put 3 shots into them, 960 damage, and do pretty quite good. The whole armor is, it's okay. Remember, this is a T32-A prototype, which this tank came out before the T32 got a whole bunch of armor improvements. So this tank still has the 120 millimeters of armor at the front of its hull, unlike the T32s. So yeah. Also, the T32 at the frontal armor of the tank has an incredible magical armor of 146. If you're wondering why I kept saying installing like that, because I didn't have the tank pulled up. Because I just thought about it. It's like, oh yeah, I'm talking about the T32 a little. Anyway, T32-A Prototype has 1,500 hit points. Penetration is pretty decent, 218 on its standard, 265 on its premium. And yeah, its mobility is 35.4, 14 reverse, 12.6 horsepower per tank. Now, in this replay, I just fought against a KV4 that I wanted to clip out. And now I'm fighting a bog war and staying very close, because if closer I stay, harder and harder it's going to be for the enemy tanks, especially if they're taller, to hit my hull. Yeah. And they're only going to hit my turret, since the upgraded turret on this tank of the armor buffs to the turret has made it more likely, gave you a greater chance of face hugging and winning in this tank. Just like I did closely to the KV4, got as close as possible. What I did to the bog war, and what I'm trying to do to this 53 prototype, which the 53TP is, it did put a shot or two into my tank. Maybe it went into my hull, but who knows where it went. I didn't really look. Now the remaining is the heavy tank, the artillery, and the tank destroyer. So far, did pretty good. 1,859 assists, 2,860 damage, and 1,160 block, thanks to the new armor buffs to this tank. So, as you can see, I am slowly climbing up this hill. Even though my top speed is 35, that horsepower per ton at 12.6 did really slow me down. Anyway, that was an easy victory for this match, a very quick game. And that's it for this video. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Also, remember, SLAPAFISH, because one is not. And peace out. See ya.